Hello friends, this is Sultan, and in this video we are going to discuss the difference between these two bodies which we study in polity, that is constitutional body and statutory body. Many people confused when they are asked the difference between these two bodies. There is no major difference, but those are just minor differences which can be understood by merely looking at few important books or just going by few videos. So I'm going to discuss some points which differ from each other between constitutional body and statutory bodies. So we need to first understand the meaning and how these bodies function. First, let's have a look on constitutional body. What do you mean by constitutional body? So just simply we can say the body which is mentioned already in the constitution. Remember this thing. Here the word I am repeating, constitution. If anything is mentioned in the constitution, that is constitutional. Remember this thing. जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन किया गया है उसे हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कहेंगे. So if even those bodies are there, so those bodies will be called as constitutional bodies. So ऐसे कई सारे bodies हैं जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में उसके ऊपर डिबेट्स हुई और उसके बाद उसको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर प्लेस किया गया, उसमें ऐड किया गया. और इसमें सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि दे कांट बी एबॉलिश्ड विदाउट अमेंडमेंट. रिमेंबर दिस थिंग. अमेंडमेंट किए बिना इसको हम हटा नहीं सकते क्योंकि इसको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस दिया गया है. व्हाट इज दैट? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस. So therefore it is very difficult to remove or suspend particular body if anybody or especially it is being done by the parliament itself. So if the parliament want to abolish particular body which is constitutional, so it has to pass it through Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So then only they can do it, and that too by the process of amending process. Remember this thing. So they and those people who are appointed on these constitutional bodies can be removed only on proved misbehavior. Remember this term, proved misbehavior. I have purposely added this word proved because the Supreme Court has this authority to review the decision of parliament or decision of government. Say for example, government has suspended the chief election commissioner who is constitutional head of the election commission. So election commissioner can directly go to Supreme Court, challenge against the government, and if the Supreme Court found that government has misused its power, so again he is revived back. So he has the support of the constitution. So therefore they cannot be removed directly, and if the misbehavior is proved in the Supreme Court, then that election commissioner will have to leave his post on the same time. Okay, then salary and power. Again, the government cannot cut down the salaries and powers of the person who is heading these constitutional bodies. If he or she is supposed to be reduce the powers, or if the government want to reduce the powers of that constitutional head, then they will have to do it before the appointment of the head. अगर एक बार कंसिडर कर लो कि इलेक्शन कमिश्नर को अपॉइंट कर दिया, उसके बाद उसकी सैलरी कम नहीं की जा सकती और ना ही उसके पावर्स कम किए जा सकते हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स वन प्रोविजन इज देयर और एक्सेप्शनल वी कैन से, अगर देश में फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी लगी हो, ऐसे सिचुएशन में ही सैलरी रिड्यूस की जा सकती है, एंड दैट टू बाय प्रेसिडेंट. ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट द हेड ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी, एंड वी हैव सम एग्जांपल्स एज आई सेड व्हिच इज मेंशन्ड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. दोज bodies are only known as constitutional bodies. जैसे कि यहाँ पर एग्जांपल दिया है इलेक्शन कमीशन आर्टिकल 324, तो इस आर्टिकल के तहत इलेक्शन कमीशन की एस्टेब्लिशमेंट की गई है. सो देयरफॉर इलेक्शन कमीशन इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी. Then again, Finance Commission. This is also very important commission in India, which is appointed or established time to time. So it is also mentioned in Article 280. So this article talks about Finance Commission. So Finance Commission is also constitutional body. So this is about what is constitutional body. Now let's have a look on statutory body. What exactly statutory body is? So first of all, it is established by the Act of Parliament. Remember this thing. I have added this word, Act of Parliament. So here it is not mentioned into the constitutional. So therefore we cannot call it as constitutional body, but it is passed through Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So therefore this act or this body will be called as statutory body. Okay. So this is about the meaning, what exactly the statutory body is. And of course, as we can appoint the statutory body at the national level, the same we can appoint such bodies at the state level also. So for that they need to go through act of state legislature. So those states who have 12 legislature, that is, we can say the legislative assembly and legislative council, so they will have to pass this resolution in both the houses. And those states who doesn't have dual house but only single, that is legislative assembly, so they can just pass it only in legislative assembly. So state also can establish such statutory body. So as I said, it has no constitutional status. It is not mentioned anywhere in the constitution. So therefore they are not constitutional. Then it has certain, we can say, specific functions to do. So it is mainly established to perform certain functions. A particular function is given to the body, and that body will look after only those functions and not interfere anywhere else. Okay. Then it is formed usually in parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy, where ministers are responsible to parliament. Remember this thing. What do you mean by parliamentary democracy? Last time this question was asked in UPSC prelim, right? UPSC pre. This question was asked. What exactly the meaning of parliamentary democracy? So the ministers who are the ministers where they are responsible to the parliament is known as parliamentary democracy, and where the ministers are responsible to the president, they are known as presidential democracy. So India is democratic, we can say parliamentary democracy. So therefore we have such statutory bodies. So we have certain examples over here, like National Human Rights Commission, right? This is statutory body. National Commission for Women, National Commission for Minorities, and National Law Commission. So these are all statutory bodies. So remember this thing now. I hope you understood and you may like this video. So please subscribe to our channel, that is Simple Concept, and you can visit to our website www.studylane.in for more videos and free mock test. Thank you for watching this video.